Hello, 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 hello. So, um, I don't know what this is. This is interesting. I just came. This after hours, obviously. Market's still going after hours, but I don't know what this happened. Maybe tomorrow we might see some bullish momentum. Is what this is. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Well, all good. So basically, let us go through the trades for today. Um, so yeah, so we had one trade here long. Our initial, so let's remove this. Our initial base before, like right after the market opened, was something like this, right? And then this happened, and so we took this long, and we're risking down here, right? We took this long here, and we're risking down here. 105 looking for 210, right? 210. Actually, oh yeah, we waited for price to come down a little bit before we entered. So we went in for 100. I think we got it for 100 somewhere here. Yeah, about 100 looking for 200. Yeah, that's what happened. So around this. How we got out on this candle. That was one trade. Trade number 2 was this one here. So once this happened, this zone becomes like this, right? This zone becomes like this, right? And so that's what the zone became for today. And then there was also this, but we didn't. There was also this zone from the prior day and these highs, but we didn't take this short because once market opened, the candle that formed did not give us opportunity to take that short. Like it didn't make sense because there was already this base that we're waiting to use for a long. The market looked more long, right? All right, and so that was trade number 1, and then we took this trade here, but we lost this trade because we took this trade and we're risking this bottom here. Honestly, man, we should have just reached all the way down here. But we didn't take this trade. We took this trade and then we stopped out, and then took this trade here for this, and we stopped out around here for break even, and then we kept on watching. It got a little sad and whatnot. But then after we closed our first stream, we ended up taking this trade, and then we stopped out for break even again. Oh, and we took this trade long up here, but we lost $60. So basically, but that $60 doesn't count, right? But look at something now. I was thinking about this the whole day. Um, yo, I wish I had a girl to just give me a massage right now, bro. I'm too broke for that, and I have to pay for my massage. Maybe I should find a masseuse wife and then have her retire from massaging people and just massage me. And that's an extra perk, that comes with all of the duties of a wife and a mother. But yeah, that aside, because before we put it aside, the reason usually I am in tremendous. It's not too bad because I did my stretches, but yeah, I do have lower back pain right now. And my body aches almost. My shoulders ache too because I was carrying weights for a bit. Okay, um, so what we noticed today, this candle here, oof, when this kind of happened, remember I told you guys like this is a deadly candle, it's an anomaly, and we didn't know what to do with it, right? So it made sense. Once this kind of happened, it went up there, it rejected it again, boom, and then we went up there and rejected it again. So I was thinking today, I'm like, man, What if I just trade off my zones? Let's say market open, I had this zone, like I just like, or let's say, what if I trade off of zones that form right after market opens, like not in the beginning, like okay, I'm just gonna stop saying that, like it's irritating. Not in the beginning, more, not I need to stop with that, too. Okay, not in the beginning, more so 7:30 market opens, 7:35, 40, 45, maybe around then. The market would have formed a kind of base. We would still be trading our normal trades, just like we would have taken this trade here, just like we took this trade here. But I was thinking, so let's say we had this base, and then forget about this base. We have this base from the day. This base was from today, and this base was from today, right? This one was more prior day, so it's just there. But after this happens, it became today's base too. So we have this base, right? So what I was thinking is, once the kind of stuff, once it's gone past the base, I'll just put an order in an account, a different account, not our 400 to 1 me, maybe $100 account, and just risk the bottom of the base, only the bottom of the base, and just go in there, risk there, looking for a looking for a looking for a profit, looking for a profit to the next base. So we would have taken this trade and lost this trade, and then would have taken this trade, right? Got in long here, risking right there 40, looking for 80, looking for the next base, which is just 60 there, right? And I'll probably close the trade because of this our new knowledge now. But and then there's this base, so this base after it broke here, we'll be like, okay, we're getting long, risking 30, looking for 60. I don't know. If you wanted to trade, because I've noticed that it bounces off of my base pretty nicely. So I guess I have to pick and choose which base I want to get in off the rip from, without waiting for a rejection. This one would have not been it. This one, sure. Maybe I'd have taken this as I was dropping, just take this. This for sure. And then when I take something like this, you know, sorry, when I take something like this, 30 pips, I'll be looking for 4R maybe. So that's 30 to 120 pips, so about here. And I'll close this trade. I'll be looking to take another short here. Or when this happens, because let's say I don't take a trade, and then this happens, and then now I'll be looking to get in short on that base, and looking for 4 hours still. So getting short there, risking 25 or 26, whatever, or maybe even just right there, maybe just right there, risking just right, so about 37 pips, and then looking for 160 points, so 160 all the way down here. So would have gotten, and then when this happens again, probably be break even then, I guess. Probably be break even. Or maybe we would have closed the trade down here because of these rejections, and then maybe because of that type of account, we just take another trade, 35, looking for it to break, and then maybe this one would have been break even because there was no rejections here to use to take the trade. Yeah, I think maybe I'll just have a smaller account that I would use to just take more risky trades and build that account slowly. Because if we even scroll back to this point, there was this base here, you know. This was a normal trade though. This is actually the base right here. Just like this. Just like that. Because that whole thing is a base. It's not a low, it's not a high, it's a base, an actual like supply or demand zone, whatever you want to call it. And that's why boom, boom, and it worked. So another base here, market opened. So taking this base here, are we risking a little bit into taking the entry right there, risking a little bit into this, maybe 80 points, looking for 320, right? 320. I think it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I have a laptop I could use. I have a laptop I could use for that. We just have $100 account, risk 25% per trade, but we're just taking specific, zones, having a pending order, just waiting at those zones, and um, once price goes there, we sell, and yeah. So like, so at this point here, we have taken a trade there, risking just over the red line, risking over, so just risking 50 points, looking for 200 points done. So on this other account, we're looking for 4R. So for every trade we win, we'll probably win 4R, right? So that would be, and we'll obviously lose a lot more on that account because we're having tight risks too. But every trade we win would make back 4 times, right? In that case, should it be percentage wise risk or dollar amount risk is what I'm thinking. As we have $100 on the account and risk $20 per trade, we know we have 5 trades to wipe out the account, right? But if we win one of the 5 trades, we will make a would make with every win of for one of the 5 trades would make 100% of the account basically. Sorry, 80% of the account. 80% of the account. So if we lose two, win one, we'll be up to 140, right? And then lose, win one again, we'll be up to 180. It's not bad, not too bad. And then as price goes up, mm, even if it was four, let's see, if it was 4R, 100 times 1.8 times 1.8. Yeah, you only need 4 trades to 10x the account. But there'll be a lot more losses, right? So we just have to draw our zones well, I guess. So something like this, we have taken a zone here. 50, looking for 250. Sorry, looking for 200, right? All the way up here. And would have been risking down here. Yeah, would have gotten stopped out, most likely, right? And then we have this zones. So in this one that I'm taking right there, risking under that line 45, looking for 180 all the way up here. The thing is, I don't want, I guess since it's pending orders, we don't really have to, we don't really have to stress too much about the account, because what I was thinking is I don't want it to take my time and take me away from this original account here that we're doing. So let's say we lost this trade, and but the thing is we should have, because I did trade this day. On that day we had this base that formed, right? Base that formed here, lining up all the way back to these highs, right? And then we took this trade. We took this trade because of this base. We didn't want to take the breakout because it was an ugly base, but we took the pullback, and we wanted to risk, so we took the pullback on this candle, I think. We wanted to risk the low of the base actually, but should have risked down here. Actually, we did risk down here on the main account, and then went up, and with this momentum on this candle here, we're like, okay, probably need to get out. That was too much selling pressure, right? Too much selling pressure. Cloud way close to, so we got out, break even on this candle, and then this flushed, and so we waited for, once it flushed and this happened, we took this trade here, and we risked all the way at the bottom there, looking for 180. That was the trade. And so the next trade after this, so once it broke this zone, came to retest on this candle, and the next candle, next trade was gonna be that, risking this low here. So 80 90 points basically, looking for 180. Oh yeah, let's not forget that. But again, like we said, we're gonna pick and choose which zones we wanna trade, right? So in on this day, we would have maybe traded this normally, or maybe we even took this and lost, and then maybe we waited. This happened, we took this and we lost. So that's two losses, and then we waited and we took this and we made four times the profit. And even if it was 25% risk, so it would have been 100 times 0.75 loss, times 0.75 loss, and then times 1.8, back to $100, right? One trade, and all our losses have been wiped. So we'll basically break even on that. And so that I mean that day, so that I mean that day, and then a day like this, then this is definitely not a trade. So it's more like this actually. Yeah, this is definitely not a trade. Most likely not. This was definitely a trade. This one down here, so would have lost this, and then it would have broken. It would have gone up here, and then would have taken it again. Right, so we'll take it again here. Um, risking 75, looking for 300 all the way to the end of the day. So we would have lost one trade and made profit on one trade. Maybe even added on this right here. Risking 50, looking for 200. trade, trade. Okay, let's go back test now. Let us go back test. This was the high broke, and then retest. Red line, man. Red line is very important. So this I took the breakout of this for sure. Took the breakout of this and it worked actually. And then when he pulled back to the zone again, I took the but then I actually thinking about it, I should have been risking down here honestly. But actually it doesn't make sense because of this base. We just risk 4 points below, right? So what I did was I think I took it around here, and so 4 points below 44 is 84. Looking for one, yeah. So that would have been this trade, and then this happens. Boom. Could have actually taken this right there, 125 looking for 250. Done. And then, bro, okay, let's go back test. We're done with all of this. What is this? Oh shit, what the hell is this? This is January. Oh, I restarted my, what's it called? My trading view. That was the problem here. Oh, okay. Um, let me reload this page. I don't think there should be an alert there. And let's put this back. So this is the back testing, and what we're gonna do is go to where we was. Where was we? We were in June, right? Somewhere in June. Somewhere around. Is this where we were? I think this is where we were. Yeah, I think it's where we were. Okay. So we will go and do this. Okay, so 5 minutes. I think we traded through this day, right? Yeah, we only had this trade. I remember that was this trade and this trade. All right, so we are now on the next day. Let's see what's popping. All right, so for this next day, we do know we have this, this base here, this right here. This is cool. It's cool. With something like this. And we also have this high up here. It's not exactly, this one is not too relevant, but it's okay. Might as well use it. Alright, that's a base to use there. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 725. So course of action is if price goes up there, we sell. If price comes down here and shows rejection, we buy. That's basically it, and we risk bottom there. So, and there's also the 200 MA here. Okay, so that's why this is why I wait for the 5 minute close. You can see how it closed beautifully below the zone. Perfect. We like this zone is obviously it like it's not gonna work for a buy. That's it. So moving on. So our next course of action would be basically the red line. Honestly, literally the red line. So literally the red line. So we don't even need to put this on. Watching the red line right there, right? It's an okay rejection. It's not enough. We want a little bit more. Okay, that's a good rejection. So the red line, okay, it's all the way up to here. So we're gonna risk here. We're gonna take this trade. We're gonna risk here. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this trade here. We're gonna risk down here. 135. Not here, just lower one. Actually, I think even if we risk the higher one, should be fine. Honestly, let me see. I'm gonna take this trade and risk here. Yeah, risk 110. It's fine. Risk 110. Looking for 220. That's a good move. Oof. Okay, that's good. So we know there's a bunch of rejection here, right? So, oof, disgusting. Rejected right off the 200 MA really nicely too. At this point, are we already break even? Let's check. So we're looking for 220. Yeah, we're already break even. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're basically already break even. Oof. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, that 200 EMA like in the zone. Holy shit, just rejected nicely, bro. There was definitely no trade there. So this is where on the other account you'd have been taking a short here, risking up there 75, 70, 80, looking for 320. So all the way down past all of this. Yo, we're still break even. Oh, we're still good. We're still good in trade. And this is why I like to just I prefer, you see, if I was not in a trade, I'll be like, oh, should I take a trade here? Should I take a trade here? Should I? But if I'm in a trade and I'm already break even, I don't let the trade take a long time to reach profit target, but I want to be in a trade, I don't want to have to go through, oh, should I take a trade here? Should I take a trade here? Oh, this looks good. This looks good. This looks good. I don't want to have to go through all that. I'm still thinking about that small account playing with. I don't know. I think it's gonna take my time for no reason. I think I just need to take my trades and just say, fuck it and take trades. All right. So we've taken profit here. Again, we're now watching this point here, right here. So we're risking above this if there's a nice rejection up there. Oof, that's a good rejection. That's a really good rejection. I can't say no to that. Can you guys say no to that? I cannot. If I'm already out on a trade, I'm looking for a trade. I can't say no to that. I gotta reach just high of day, just right there, 100. But I know I said I was gonna reach there, but it's pretty far. So 100 points, looking for 200 points. Uh, uh. So you can see here it's bouncing off of this high that I created, but it's not that, like, it's an okay high, it's a visible high. You want your zones to be visible. Like, you look at the chart, it's right there. Everybody sees it, you want your zones to be like that. But otherwise you just want your zones to be like that. Yeah, so it's retesting this, basically it's retesting this line right here. This line right here. This line right there. That's what it's retesting. Basically, because technically, if you want to remove this and put this all the way to here, you call this the new zone, right? You call this the new zone. Just about this right there will be the new zone. Is what people have. So that's why I have the line, and so it's fine. This is the line that is retesting right there. But it's fine. I think we're still good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's such a good candle. Oh, that's such a good candle. Oh, yo, that was such a good retest, yo. Such a good retest. Like, really good. risking 70. Nobody cares. I'm in this trade. This is why I'm already in this trade. I'm risking up there. You almost sub me out, but that's fine. We keep going. I should we be done with this trade? No, that's such a good candle. I'm not gonna be done. I'm holding. Our stop loss is just above this, so took you long enough. Stupid. Disgusting. Oh, it's rejecting really nicely here. This high is holding nicely. I actually really like it. But I don't think with this momentum, I don't think there's bullish momentum for this day, for the day, and it's 10 o'clock. If I was going to take a long trade, I have to risk all the way down here. So if I decide to reverse my position here, I'll be risking 200 points. That doesn't even make any sense. I'm just gonna hold my short. This line is really holding, really, really holding, really, really, really holding. It's really good, man. It's really good. I don't like this candle at all. It's momentum into the. I'm just gonna close this trade, break even. What is the time? 10:15. So we'll just watch. We'll watch and we'll see if we can get in. And I don't want to go in long either because yes, this low is holding. Yes, this base is holding, but I still don't want to go in long yet. So we'll just watch. Well, I shouldn't have closed my trade now. In it. Ah. Oh shit, my apologies. This was a good trade actually. This right here was a good trade. Remember I said our risk is down here? So right there when this kind of form, that looks sexy. 110 looking for 220. That was a way better trade right here. This trade right here. So once it broke out of that, broke that zone, and then this happened. Obviously we didn't take profit on that first. We're risking 100 looking for 220, right? 100 looking for 200. 200 was all the way down here. It didn't occur. If only we had. We still got our break even, but this was good. This is a good trade right here. This one right here, just taking this after that rejection, just risking down there. 110, looking for 220. Break up high, which makes sense. Now, if it goes up there, it's likely to break, right? Okay, we're good still. Still in the trade, still in the trade. We're just gonna hold this. Fuck it, we're just gonna hold this. I hate my life. Uh, we're risking down here, right? 110. Technically stopped out there. This is 160. So we should have just held that trade, is what you guys are telling me. We should have just held that trade. Should have just held this trade, eh? Because we're in this trade looking for 100 points, 200 points. We have been getting out there. And that makes sense. And this is not a point, this was not the point to take this trade. There was no. I'm the base is all like this formed from all of this, right? This high and all of this, and so we reached down here. Oh no, we reached down here, right? Because it was the low right after this. This was the low, so we reached down here. And if you want to use current day base, it's something like this, right? It's something like this, yeah. This current days today's base. So which means that if anything, we're really waiting for price to come down here. So we should not have even taken this trade. We should have held this one all the way down, all the way reached above there when it retested, came down, and then tried to retest again. But we took our profit here, and then right after this happened, then we should have taken a new trade. and cutting in long here, and with this we'll just be risking below the low, just risking probably 90 points and looking for 180, right? That should have been it, and just holding because life is like that. Ugh, that's why I hate distance, man. Probably want to get out of this trade if we're still in. But yeah, so we're in there, we're just risking 85. Hmm. Should have risked, should have gone for risking 100, eh? Nah, it's too far from the bottom. We would probably just reach the bottom 85. It went up to 90s. We're looking for 190. Sorry, 170. 170 is all the way up there. So would have lost this trade actually. This should have been a loss right there. That week is what took us out that week. But yeah, that's today. So there was a good trade here. There was a good trade here. And there was an okay trade here. There was a good trade there, but yeah, it didn't work. That's all. It just didn't work. And if we had held this base all the way, kept on rejecting off the base, kept on rejecting off this one too. All right. Well, it didn't work. This one didn't work. So I mean, win-win loss. Win-win. Because the reason why I could easily say, oh, we should have risked, should have gone, even if it was let's say one, nah, 1 point is not gonna work. So right there is 96. Nah, we just reached the bottom of the zone. It wins a lot more often than it loses, to be honest. Unless it goes deep into the, if it's like the reason why I took bottom of the zone because of where it rejected just the top of the zone and then it went out like it rejected all the way up there, so we reached bottom of the zone. If it rejected like if it rejected something like this candle, then we're risking 4 points below the zone. That's how it works for me. All right, let's go to the next day. We'll do another day, and bro, I'm tired. I'm probably just gonna drink some water and I don't know, maybe watch something on YouTube or something. I don't know. I don't want to read comics right now. I don't know, man, I'm tired. Holy shit. My apologies. Maybe I'll stop using the play button and just press it. Next, 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 next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7:25 a.m. Alright, so what's happening today? Let's remove this line. Let's remove this line. Because we don't use those after the next day. So today we have this, but you got traded through though. It's now like this became the whole. I mean, I think it's still fine. I think it's still fine. We have this from yesterday. Still holding pretty well. And from today, all of these zones are no longer useful. Um, we for today itself, we just have this right here, and that's about it really. Maybe I guess this down here, but yeah. And then this line, obviously. Okay, so let's see what. Holy shit! All right, so we have this zone. Let's see if we get a pullback. This much momentum, I doubt a pullback is coming. So nice. I'm gonna take the breakout of this candle here. Breakout of this candle. And I'm risking just under this, so 100 points if we get a breakout. Oh shit! I don't like this risk anymore. Uh, okay, that works. So the risk will be all the way down here if we get a retest of this zone, and this is looking good actually. 200 points, but with this momentum, I'll wait for another candle. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. This is not much rejection though. I'll wait for another candle. Okay, fuck is this? There's a base here. We all know that. There's a base here. And due to that base, actually, forget about this load. We'll just put this on this base here. Yeah, it's too close to the other zone. It's too close to this zone. So we're getting on this base, risking this low. Yep, that works. 125. So this will be our trade here. Hopefully this works. This is good. Should we have waited after he broke this base like this? That makes sense. Wait. No, that's not good. Okay, so we lost this trade here. But actually, I think this trade would have been better taken here actually, because it didn't hold the zone just like this day here, just like this day, yeah. No, not this day. This was today. Just like this day. This one day that there was a base here. He held literally top of the base. We take that, right? But this one, um, yeah, he held the top of the base, so we took that, and then, but mm, that's not the example I'm looking for. Oh yeah, basically it's basically the same thing. So if he holds the top of the base, we take it. If it breaks through, we wait for the next zone. That's what we're just getting at here, honestly. So this didn't hold the top of the base because it's a small base, right? So it didn't hold the top. It's a nice one. 730 actually. Yeah, there's no way we're taking this trade. But yeah, so it didn't hold the top of the base, and so we'd have to wait for it to come to the next base. So this candle was good. This one was not good. So we waited for this one was good. This one was not good. Would have waited for the next one. We probably have even not ended up taking this trade to be honest. But it's fine. Let's just say we took this trade here and we lost this. And that's it. Right? So we'll wait for the next trade. If I take this trade here, I don't know where to risk. We'll just wait. This is a good candle, good rejection off of the red line. But there's not nothing. I mean, there's a red line here, and there's this lows, I guess. But Sure, we can just take it, I guess. Take it, risking just that low, the low under the red line. We get stopped out. What was the distance? Maybe it would have even risked lower. Yeah, we could have risked 140. So that was down here. Do we get stopped out too? Not yet. Not yet. Not bad. Get stopped out too. So 140 right there. Maybe we would have even decided to get out for whatever. But yeah, sometimes too with these kind of drops, which is dropping like this, like a freaking rock, I decide not to take a trade because it's like trying to catch a falling knife, as the analogy goes here. As the analogy goes, they say you try to catch a falling knife. That's what this is. Like so, that's what this is. It went up nicely, good. We waited for a rejection here, but we waited to risk all the way down here. So we wanted to really see it come into the zone and reject. This happened, that's okay, but we wanted more because our risk was all the way here, right? So this kind of happened, we didn't take the trade because this kind of ugly. And then this kind of happens, but we didn't take this trade because it already broke through this base, so waiting for the next base. And then this kind of happens. So by this time, after watching this, by this time and the momentum, we're like, okay, let's see what the next candle does after it's rejected. Next candle was ugly. It broke through. Okay, so at this once it broke through here again, we're like, okay, let's just see what it wants to do because it's just falling, and just because it's falling doesn't necessarily mean you're just gonna jump in short. So, but that aside, let's just see what it wants to do. See, like it's just falling, right? Going through all the supports, going through everything. So if we're gonna attempt a trade, given that it's just 925, wait for the next red line, man. We'll just wait for the next red line. So it's approaching the red line, slowing down as you can see. That's not a good one. I don't like that. Okay, that's good. So now that will take risk 4 points under the red line. So 84 risking 124. Okay, that's not good. At this very point, I can decide to just run from the trade, which is probably what I'll do in actual trading, but let's see how it plays out. That's why I ran there. Because if it's gonna go, it should go nicely. So 124, we're looking for 240. It should come to this zone and try to before it starts coming back down. But there's just so much bearish momentum. It's just going down. So that's why this is not a trade. But that's why we wait for the red line, not the green one. Oh, there was this, they call it imbalance that they had to feel, I guess. Right there wasn't a bad trade though. I was watching it, I was like, is he gonna form that? And he did form it. Right there wasn't a bad trade. Just take it there. Take it there. Risking. So that would have been probably the only trade today. And it's all the way at 12 o'clock. $100, 100 points, looking about 200 points. So looking for the price go all the way down there. Because we wouldn't have taken this trade, we wouldn't have taken this one, we wouldn't have taken this one. We've seen this many times before. Things like this, right? We would have waited for the next one on this because when you're actually trading, there's a lot more time to decide. And I I skipped through this, but I would have noticed this if I was actually trading, right? So this particular candle here, this particular candle was the reason for not taking this one, and so we would have waited on this one, and then this candle would have formed, telling us even more not to take a trade. and then this candle would have broken through, and then we'll be like, okay, let's just wait, because now it's really falling. It's broken through today's low, which was this candle's low, broken through today's low, broken through and the next one is all the way down there. So let's just wait, see what it wants to do, and before we do anything, because it's looking like it's just falling. So we just would have waited through, broke through, would have tried this trade and run out of the trade once the next candle was not looking good, and would have waited. And since it's such a bearish day, once this base formed here and it was looking to break through the base downwards on top of the big base it formed above, we just take this trade, risking right above it and trying to get a profit. This would have been probably the only trade I would have taken on this day, and that would have been all the way at 12 o'clock. Can you imagine that, bro? Would have been watching the chart all the way. It's so hard, man. So hard. Ah. I mean, I guess this was also a nice trade here. Just taking this, risking all the way up here. This right here, risking all the way up here. 160. Over 320. I wasn't too bad a trade because of this base it formed here. Because once this day closes now, this will be a base. This will be a base. So as the formation of the base, once it broke through, clean like that, just take a risking up there, looking for that continuation down, which we got, and then got it sort of covered around here, took that long called red line, and then ran away from the trade immediately. And then watching this happens, and then yeah. All right, that's it for today. We've been doing this for an hour, basically. Um, so till tomorrow, I guess we'll meet again tomorrow, and we will be trading live. I don't know if I'm gonna put that second account, man. I don't know. So I think I'm just gonna focus on this account. 400 to 1 mil. Whenever I've done, oh my god, my back, bro. Whenever I've done second accounts, it always kind of messes with my main account. So I'm just not gonna do a second account right now. I'm just gonna focus on the main account. So here's there till tomorrow, and our balance is $405. Was it $403? And we will be waiting till tomorrow to trade. All right, my good sirs, ladies and gentlemen, till tomorrow. Till tomorrow.